Hey guys, my man Action, bring guys some more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. In the last part, we finished off the first part of the trial, and we found out that we are not done with Detective Atmey. So we called him. From the trial that was happening next door, and we're going to try and figure out what happened during the murder of the CEO of the security company, KDB. Is it true that the detective is a true killer? To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof, but he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he had Loli Taylor that night? Not to mention it, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atmey want to kill the Kane Bullard? Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need find some solid proof, and it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. Okay, so we gotta get proof that Detective Atmey did kill the CEO of KDP Security. I thought we were done with this guy, but not. Oh yeah, last part they showed us a silhouette, so it was kind of obvious that he was tied to this case. I thought it was done, but nope. It would have given you your perfect alibi, an alibi by the name of Master Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid given the great Luke Atmey has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have known what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Master Mask. Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are in fact Master Mask. Oh, of course. Very well, look at me. Let's begin with this simple question. On October 12th, at 1 AM, Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at the time? One without knowledge lacks even a lot knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks. Alright, Mrs. Atmey, the night of the murder, speak. We're listening. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. Alright. The alibi. I thought his alibi was that, yeah, he was stealing the urn. Kind of figured that out. He was stealing the urn at the same time. So we had the proof that he wasn't stealing the urn at the time. That it was actually that he was actually at KDB Security killing, what's his name? I forgot what his name was. The victim in this case, anyway. Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be great. So he killed the victim, right? And then used this whole, you know, what's I'm looking for? I am the real Master Mask thing, so he could get out of getting the death sentence and get a lower sentence, a less harsher sentence for being just a common thief. You know, it's still crazy to me that in this game, murder is punished through capital punishment, which capital punishment, if you didn't know, is basically killing. You get killed. It's like an eye for an eye thing, and capital punishment has been outlawed in most countries. It still happens in a few. It still happens in America in a couple of states, actually. If the crime is that severe, and it's still pretty debated about whether or not it should be allowed, you know. Me personally, I don't think that capital punishment is the way to go when punishing criminals. There are some horrible people out there, and they do some horrible mean things, and they do deserve to be punished. But I don't think killing them is the best way. You know, there are other ways you can punish someone in life than actually, you know, killing them. You know, no matter how painlessly you make it. You know, name the accomplice. Are you saying that okay? If look at me was like heavy security during murder, then the mask in this picture has to be a fake. Exactly, you had an accomplice. Now remember, you said that, Mr. Wright, because there's no going back. If you're making baseless claims, I'll treat you to a penalty myself. Yeah, boiling hot too. He's just gonna throw his bloody he's just gonna throw his coffee at us. But anyway, who will be the one? I don't think there was an accomplice. Maybe I got it wrong. I think it's this guy. It was this person. Huh. That's quite the prank he's trying to pull. Do you have any evidence that this person is in fact the accomplice? The aura around that person has around what? I don't get it. Oh, I sound straight. Okay, I think I don't. Okay, so there was no accomplice then. Okay, so we gotta let that go. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lolly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began our security watch, right? Your security watch, sorry. Indeed, was no reason I can do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see, you truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atmey was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lolly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he would have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It's kind of odd. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed it is. That is the very thing that proves I committed the crime. No, no it doesn't. You don't even know if you were there. You know, you were in that whole getup and your face was covered by the mask. So we don't know if it was you actually. You say that is also as if you had this picture taken on purpose. Yeah. I mean, he's the one who set up the camera, wasn't it? And he's the one who programmed the computer to print out that picture for him. So he could have just set it up for himself. That's sad. A truly ironic thing. A sad bloody thing. It looks like I'd better get more information for now. If he truly is the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo. Oh yeah, I figured out. But anyway, we're just gonna keep going. There's something weird about this photo, especially, and it's something to do with that paint splotch right there. The camera was set up by Lolly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lolly Taylor's staff that printed the picture. Okay, so it was Lolly Taylor that printed out the picture. I thought he set up. No, he set up motion. He set up other like motion sensors and stuff like that. Okay, so this is an alibi. False. It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard of KB Security. I thought it's KDP. Why am I thinking KDB? I'm thinking Kevin De Bruyne, the football player. That's why I'm thinking KDB for. Oh man, there are two possibilities. Either the master mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Yeah, I kind of figured that out, because if you look at the photo, there's something really odd about it. I'm gonna find out what that is right now, if I can find it. No, it's camera data, show, here we go. Oh no! Was it not? Oh no, was it not this one? What? Okay, I did it on the wrong one. Rosica is not worse. Continue cannot not worse, but in case one turned out to be my witness. This is an easy job. The time at which the camera captured was at the same time as murder. Yeah, that's right. Fine. Is there something I missed or something? Oh, did I not? I didn't press this statement. That I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime. I didn't press this statement. That's why. Okay, I was wondering, because. Okay, whatever. I may be thinking too far ahead, but anyway. Come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse, and this picture that supposedly captures it. It's got to be there. Isn't there something funny? You bet there is. Are you implying that this picture is fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place, and there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory. Oh yeah, thingy. That paint splotch, right? It should be hidden, shouldn't it? The funny part is right here. What is it? This is a blood stain. Blood? Ah, blood? No, this is getting interesting. It's a pink paint. Peach color like that. It's pink. The problem with this photograph is not that it's paint. The problem is when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, basically this thing should be there because she used it to hide the paint splotch, didn't she? I myself was there that night the theft took place and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue shouldn't have been there. But when I went there the day after the theft, the statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally. Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it in that distance. Huh. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved last night? Can you do it, Nick? The real question is, why did they move it? Okay, now then, who was the one who moved the golden statue? Yeah, it was Look Atmey. The one who moved the statue is none other than Look Atmey. Come on, sir lawyer. He likes to rub his glasses way too often. I mean, aren't they clean? Or that it's not a glass, it's a monocle. It's a very weird monocle. It's in the shape of a magnifying glass. Why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue here's where the battle really begins. Why would he move it? The reason can be found here in this photograph. Oh yes, I got you. You. This photo contains a single fatal flaw. Pay attention to it, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lie on why you move the statue. The fatal flaw. Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Why doesn't this lie insist? The lie is this right here. It's a timestamp. Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp. What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atmey went to Cape Security and murdered King Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been possible for him to have been at Lord Taylor at this time. But what does this have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor, when was the statue placed besides the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse the day of the crime, and it got placed there in order to cover the paint. Exactly. Luke Atmey had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim, and so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. So, on the day of the crime, Mr. Atmey must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atmey had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to match he did it to make the room match with what I had been in the photo. Order, Mr. Atmey, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What's that? The data from the basement. Oh, there. Got a little bit indigestion there. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lord Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage the data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Yeah, I mentioned this before, like he set up the computer to record the data, didn't he? Mr. Goda, I warned you about making me wait. Now put the coffee down. My 11th cup. I promise to drink no more than 17 during the trial, which means I'm still good till the last drop. However, the defense has a good point. A good point. So what? We are all but travelers on the road of infinite points. I think you've got your points mixed up with your other points. Like your hairy points. Look at that hair. It's so pointy. And that, how do you get hair that white? In real life, white hair would be properly weird. There's no denying that one point that can't be denied. That is only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No, wait, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes? If there's no funny business in your actions on Master Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn. Okay, the sacred urn heist. I first received the request from Lord the Tailor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box and Zavari. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. But it's not valuable though. It costs nothing. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the new information we gave. Witness, you're sure there's no mistake this time? Zavari. What does that even mean? I'm going to have to search that. See if it means anything. You were asked to guard the urn by Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed, it seemed that they had heard of my Zavari cling what? That's a bad word. I see Miss Andrews is still checking the weirdos. You better watch out too, Maya. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Huh, interesting new tidbit. Hence, I was unable to see the urn myself in the day of the crime. So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before? Indeed, you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm it herself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, Luke Atmey, let no information whatsoever slip from my fingers. Okay, valuable treasure, which isn't true because it's not really, doesn't cost that much. You mean this calling card? That's right, this is without a doubt my calling card. I guess Mr. Light didn't make this after all. Of course, because Atmey knew about this emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play to him. Okay, then handle security. Unfortunately, there are many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. Okay. At last, I hear. And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed, to be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much. Hey Nick, if this photo is fake, the type of Atmey might have stolen the urn wherever this was taken. That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. Okay. He said that he's never seen the urn, which is a lie, but he clearly has. He took the photo well before the actual night of the crime. Okay. That he had never seen the urn before he stole it. Okay, that he had never seen the urn. Mr. Atmey, if you really are Master Mask, then he wrote this calling card, right? So The thing is, take good care of that speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to the pink pattern on the sacred urn. Yes, that is true, but so what? He said he'd never seen it before. There's no way he could have known. If he ends it. Pink spotted pattern on the urn, actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lord Taylor. Yep. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Wright. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to a human error, or should I say, error-prone human error. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. You can't be serious. And yet, this calling card mentions the paint pattern, which means Detective Atmey had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. Broken. Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose. Huh? How many cups of coffee? This is next cup of coffee. This is 12, isn't it? So sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we had all decided unanimously that this man was Master Mars, and now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No way! Don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atmey was the one who killed King Bullard. Then let me ask you this: why would he do it? An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest? Say that 3 times fast. Nick, he's getting his second wind. If you prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on the light, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder. There's only one with any motive we've seen, and is Ron the Light. Isn't that right, Detective? Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us to what the defendant's motives were. Thank you, Sir Oldtimer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. And we're gonna find out his motive for and we're gonna find out his motive for murder in the next part, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and please subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys later for some more trials and tribulations. Peace.